Python interpreter. You learned earlier that the Python is an interpreted language. When you install the Python language on your computer, one of the items that is installed is the Python interpreter. The Python interpreter is a program that can read Python programming statements and execute them. You can use the interpreter in two modes. The first is interactive mode and second is script mode. So basically in interactive mode, the interpreter waits for you to type Python statements on the keyboard. Once you type a statement, the interpreter executes it and then waits for you to type another statement. In script mode, the interpreter reads the content of a file that contains Python statements. Such a file is known as a Python program or a Python script. The interpreter executes each statement in the Python program as it reads it. Once Python has been installed and set up on your system, you start the interpreter in interactive mode by either going to operating system's command line, or you can alternately type Python in the Windows search box as shown, just like type Python. And here in the search results, you will see a program named something like Python 3.8. 3.8 is the latest version. Clicking this item will start the Python interpreter in interactive mode. When the Python interpreter starts in interactive mode, you will see something like the displayed in a console window, just like this. And the that you see is a prompt that indicates the interpreter is waiting for you to type a Python statement. Let's try it out. One of the simplest things that you can do in Python is print a message on the screen. For example, let's print the message on the screen. Print Python is fun. Here you can see that after typing the statement, you press the enter key and the Python interpreter executes the statement as shown here. After the message is displayed, this prompt appears again indicating the interpreter is waiting for you to enter another statement. Let's look at another example. In this sample session, we have entered two statements. Print hello world. Print programming script. If you incorrectly type a statement in interactive mode, the interpreter will display an error message like this. If you print and programming is good, and you forget about the inverted commas, then this a syntax error, the interpreter will display an error message like this. This will make Interactive mode useful to you while you learn Python. As you learn new parts of the Python language, you can try them out in interactive mode and get immediate feedback from the interpreter. To quit the Python interpreter in interactive mode on a Windows computer, you can press Ctrl Z followed by Enter. Although interactive mode is useful for testing code, the statements that you enter in interactive mode are not saved as a program. They are simply executed and the result displayed on the screen. If you want to save a set of Python statements as a program, you save those statements in a file. Then to execute the program, you use the Python interpreter in script mode. For example, suppose you want to write a Python program that display the three line of text. To write the program, you would use a simple text editor like Notepad, which is installed on all Windows computers to create a file containing the three statements. Notepad, print, hello world, print, this is second statement, print, this is third statement. Now after writing all the three statements, when you save a Python program, you give it a name that ends with the .py extension. Save as, save as on desktop. .py as py extension, which identifies it as a Python program. Now, to run the program, you would go to the directory in which the file is saved and type the command python python and after file name at the operating system command line. CMD. First of all, you have to go to the directory in which the file is saved. CD desktop. Now Python first py. This starts the Python interpreter in script mode and causes it to execute the statements in the file first.py. When the program finishes executing, the Python interpreter exits, as shown here. That is all about the modes of Python. Now, the previous section described how the Python interpreter can be started in interactive mode or script mode at the operating system's command line. As an alternative, you can use an integrated development environment, that is IDLE, which is a single program that gives you all of the tools you need to write, execute, and test a program. Recent versions of Python include a program named IDLE, which is automatically installed when the Python language is installed. When you run IDLE, just type Python and you can see here Python IDLE. Now Notice this prompt appears in this window, indicating that the interpreter is running in interactive mode. You can type Python statement at this prompt and see them executed in the IDLE window. Print, hey there, just like this. Also, IDLE has a built-in text editor with features specifically designed to help you write Python programs. This helps make program easier to read. In IDLE, you can write programs, save them to disk, and execute them. You have just make a new file, and here you can print hello world. Print, this is the second statement. Now run. First of all, you have to save this before running this program. So, okay, save it. First one dot with py extension, and after that, you can run it. So, run again. Now, here the output is shown in this PowerShell. So, this is a quick introduction to IDLE and leads you through the process of creating, saving, and executing a Python program.